So I would hate for you all to vote on something important, somebody to sue us and say they should have met in person and blah, 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 then get it set aside. I don't think it would happen right now because there's just, would be too much political pressure against it. But I would suggest let's fix it so that we don't have that issue, possible issue.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're live now, so we'll go ahead and begin. Good evening, everyone. This is the Mayor's Agenda, City of Hannibal official public hearing, Tuesday, December 1st, 2020, 6:30 p.m. Council chambers. I call this meeting to order. And looking at the attendees, I guess we'll start with James Lemon, our city attorney.
Hey, Mayor. I didn't necessarily have anything new that I needed to present. It's been an issue that we had previously talked about. It's gone through planning and zoning, and they have approved it. I'm prepared to answer any questions if anyone has any.
It appears no one here on council level has any concerns or questions this time. There's no one here in the public attending when there's been no correspondence to you, Madam Clerk. Okay. Therefore, there's no other comments or public comments. This matter will be taken up in the regularly scheduled council meeting after 7 p.m. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right. Close it. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll close this hearing. Go to the next one in a minute.
I don't. Should. Have we seen?
Edie, you come up here real quick.
I think where they left. Bring it back to the sidewalks.
Okay.
So we'll just amend the language here. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at, I don't know what the bill says. Does the bill say as contingent, or if not, we can amend it.
Okay, we're live now.
We'll figure it out.
Good evening, this is the Mayor's Agenda, City of Hannibal, official public hearing, Tuesday, December 1st, 2020, 6:45 PM, council chambers. Call this meeting to order. Edie Grotman, we're
Good
ready.
evening, Mayor. I'm here for the public hearing for the rezoning of the property on Stardust Drive. It is Jill Churchill, owner of Cabot Find Homes LLC, is currently the owner of the property. It's a 13-acre tract on Stardust. It is not addressed at this time because as right now, it's just still a 13-acre tract. Eventually will be subdivided off into individual lots. The property currently is zoned A1 and 2 family. The request is to have it rezoned as PDR, Planned Density Residential. This was set as a public hearing on Thursday, October 15th at Planning and Zoning. Then it was scheduled to come to City Council on Tuesday, November 3rd, but it was continued until this evening because there was some issues at Planning and Zoning level. They did meet the last meeting. It did pass. There was some issues with the plan that was submitted with the sidewalks on the preliminary plan that was submitted for the rezoning. That has since been resolved, contingent upon the preliminary plat coming back to Planning and Zoning during the design phase, showing the sidewalks to be on the plan. This was the first property plan that has gone through with our new subdivision codes, so there was some kinks to work out with that process. So it helps with James and with Mark Ross, we kind of got through that, but that was kind of where we were with it. So contingent upon it coming back, sidewalks on it, that's what the motion made at Planning and Zoning. It was a 3-1 vote, so the motion did pass.
Any questions by the council? Okay, very good. At this time, is there anyone here who wishes to speak for or against the proposed rezoning of the property, 13 acres on Stardust Drive? None? Madam Clerk, you received any correspondence? Okay. Any other comments? Being none, I will call this meeting to a close. We'll start the regularly scheduled council meeting at 7 PM. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is the Mayor's Agenda, City of Hannibal Official Council Agenda, Tuesday, December 1st, 2020, Council Chamber, 7 p.m. I'd ask the clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Hark.
Here.
Councilmembers Bowen.
Here.
Welch. McCoy.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dobson.
Here.
Councilmember Cogdill.
Also here.
And Councilmember Veach. I was trying to figure out what she's done here. Thank you.
Okay. There being a quorum present, I would call this meeting to order. Councilman Bowen, would you do the invocation this evening? Please.
Sure.
Sorry.
Dear Heavenly Father, thanks for allowing us to be here tonight. Hope everybody remains safe. Hope everybody had a good holiday and let us do the best thing for the citizens tonight. In your name, amen.
Amen. Councilman Beach, would you do the pledge?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Council, at this time, I would ask for a motion to approve the agenda as it has been posted this Tuesday, December 1st, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Mayor, make a motion to excuse Councilwoman Cogdill and Councilman Welch.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Mayor Pro Tem, thank you. Now I'm requesting a motion to approve the minutes of the regularly scheduled council meeting on November 17th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion's carried. Now requesting a motion to approve the payroll claims for second half of November 2020.
So move.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion over the minutes? Or payroll and claims? Wow.
Okay.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion's carried. Sure, something. It's not that, is it? All right. Next item on the agenda, for certain, James Lemon, City Attorney.
Mayor, what I've got tonight is an amendment to Chapter 32. What's going on is, in the past, there's been some dispute as to how we handle non-conforming uses, and basically all this does is sets a timeline that if a non-conforming use ceases to be used in that fashion, what the timeline is for that to no longer be able to be used. That's what the dispute's been in the past. Is it an immediate? Is it forever? What's going on? This sets guidelines. It has gone through planning and zoning. They had a few suggestions and requests. I tweaked it slightly. It has been approved by them, and there will be bill number 20031 to follow. I can answer questions if anyone has any.
Okay. Very good. Next item is Lisa Peck, City Manager.
Good evening. I have before you a resolution and contract to follow regarding the Community Development Block Grant that we were using Union Street for the repair of that. So it's a requirement that the city enter into a contract with the Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments in order to receive their administrative services for this grant. So the cost of the administrative services is $39,209. $38,209 of that will be paid by the CD funds, in addition to our grant. So that does not come out of our grant amount. That's on top of it. And $1,000 will be paid for by the city. That will, and I should clarify from in my memo, the $1,000 satisfies the cash local match requirement for the project. There will be resolution 2307-.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Andy Dorian, Director of Central Services.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Got one item tonight. This might seem a little repetitive. You guys actually approved this already a couple weeks ago, but MoDOT requires approval, then notice of award, and then come back for the contract. So what we have tonight is basically the same thing, just with the contract and resolution. So I also talked to RL persons today. They said depending on weather, they'd like to start this project sometime later in January. It's a 180-day project. So,
Okay.
Answer any questions anyone might have?
Very good. Resolution 2306-20 to follow.
Thank you.
Edie Kropman, DPW Management Assistant.
Good evening again. I have 3 agenda items this evening. The first one is, I'll just kind of briefly recap the rezoning request on Stardust, the 13-acre tract that is currently A1 and 2 family, looking to be rezoned to planned density residential. Jill Churchill, owner of Cabot Pine Homes. This will be contingent upon the plat coming back with the sidewalks on them. If there was any other questions, I didn't.
Mayor, one issue, and I don't think it's a major issue, is that in the body of the document, it does make reference to the fact that it's to be contingent upon sidewalks. It doesn't actually state that in the header, what would be actually read. I would suggest we might want to consider amending the header just to show that it is contingent upon sidewalks. Again, it's in the body, but just so it's clear and no one has any questions in regard to what was going on.
That way it's,
So when read, my suggestion would be perhaps we would read it contingent upon sidewalks.
right, where there's no...
No question as to what
misunderstanding.
happened, correct.
Okay. Very transparent. Very good.
My next 2 are items from the traffic committee meeting. The first one is for a handicap parking space at 706 Bird for Miss Linda Anderson. She does drive. This would be a permanent disability parking space. This went through traffic committee. She does meet all of the handicap parking applicant requirements for the spot. There was no objections at the traffic committee meeting for this parking space. A positive recommendation was made to council for that parking space. And then the second one is to make Jefferson Street a 2-way street. Currently, right now, it's 1-way. So for anyone that lives on that street, they have to circle around the entire block to get to Bird Street, or they're just asking to make it 2-way. So it's just a simple, instead of having to leave their house and turn from Jefferson to Sycamore to Washington to Birch, they can just turn from Jefferson to Birch. It's a real steep incline. There's only one house on there, so it really only affects one house, and that one person that lives there is asking for the street to be changed. Same thing, it was a unanimous decision at traffic to bring it to council with a positive recommendation.
On the handicap spot, she knows that that's not her permanent spot,
She
correct?
does, yes,
Okay.
that is explained.
Okay.
That one that lives on that street is welcome to use it. It would just be in front of her
Okay.
home. Yes.
Just making sure. Thanks.
Okay.
Questions? Thank you so much.
All right. Wendell Davis, Police Chief.
Mayor and Council, earlier in the month of November, we went out for sealed bid quotes for self-contained breathing apparatus cylinders. We received 2 quotes. The lowest one, Hyman Fire Equipment, for $11,130. This would allow us, if this bid was accepted, to replace our current SCBA cylinders. We've had those since 2003. As my memo shows, we purchased those originally with a Homeland Security grant, but after consultation with the fire department, it was determined that they've exceeded their work life, and if we were to use them again, they wouldn't recommend that they be filled. So we were able to obtain $10,000 from the CARES Act, as well as the remainder can be paid out of the department budget. to purchase these items for $11,130. Time and fire equipment. Just need your approval. Proceed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion?
Just, are those ultralights or are those aluminum? Just curious.
All I can tell you is they are the same quality that we had with the original. It's so that they would fit the valves and the type of mass and stuff. So as far as the particulars, I'd have to get the
It's
specs
just,
out.
okay. The only reason I ask is because a metal cylinder, as long as it hydro test, it can be used. But on the ultralights, they're 15-year throwaway. So that was.
Well, if you're talking about the current cylinders we have, they're a 15-year, considered a 15-year life cylinder.
Okay.
Obviously, we've exceeded that,
Sure.
and that's why we consulted with the fire department as well, just to make sure. And my understanding, they agreed that they really shouldn't be used again. It shouldn't be refilled.
Right.
So when we were able to obtain the CARE money, we went ahead and acted on it, even though we're actually probably 2 years beyond the.
My guess
original
is you probably replace them with what you have. So
Yeah. We use them for a lot of various things, as I specified in here. But
they're a lot lighter than carrying a steel or a.
they're lighter. They're lighter. They're a composite of some kind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that, if you're replacing with the same ones, I recall the 2003 ones, and
Yeah.
they were the composite.
Ultralights? Okay.
Yes.
These are specifically more geared probably towards law enforcement or for the lighter carry. But like I said, this allows us to use the same valves and masks and stuff that we currently have. So.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried, Chief. Thank you. Council, this time we have Resolution 2306-20. I need a motion to have the clerk read this resolution and call the roll for adoption.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Resolution number 2306-20. A resolution of the City of Hannibal authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the city and RL Persons Construction Incorporated in the amount of $359,999 for the second phase of sidewalk construction along Palmyra Road. Mayor Hark,
Yes.
Councilmembers Bowen,
Yes.
McCoy,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dobson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Veach.
Yeah.
I declare Resolution 2306-20 duly approved and adopted on this day. Now I have Resolution 2307-20. I need a motion to have the clerk read this resolution and call the roll for adoption.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Resolution number 2307-20, a resolution of the City of Hannibal authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments to provide administrative services for the Union Street project utilizing emergency CDBG funding. Mayor Hark,
Yes.
Councilmembers Bowen,
Yes.
McCoy,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dobson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Veach.
I declare Resolution 2307-20 duly approved and adopted on this day. We now have Bill number 20-030. Need a motion to have the clerk give this bill a second and final reading.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Bill number 20-030, an ordinance revising Chapter 3 Alcoholic Beverages, Section 3-112, Qualifications of Applicant of the revised ordinances of the City of Hannibal. Second and final reading. Mayor Hark,
Yes.
Councilmembers Bowen,
Yes.
McCoy,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dobson,
Yes.
and Councilmember Veach.
I declare Bill number 20-030 duly approved and adopted on this day. We now have Bill number 20-031. I need a motion to have the clerk give this bill a first reading.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Bill number 20-031, an ordinance amending Chapter 32, Article 1 of the ordinances of the City of Hannibal by adding Section 32 through 35 non-conforming uses regarding continuation of non-conforming uses. First reading.
We now have Bill 20-032. I need a motion to have the clerk give this bill a first reading.
So moved.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mayor, before you called it, just a reminder, this is the one that we were going to amend the title when read to say contingent upon sidewalks.
You need a new motion then?
No, I mean, I think it's already been discussed, so long as it's read that way.
Does it?
Go ahead and make a new motion to, asking for a new motion to read it as amended.
Make a new motion to read bill number 20-032 as amended.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Bill number 20-032 as amended, an ordinance rezoning a tract of land lying in the west half of Section 24, Township 57 North, Range 5 West, Marion County, Missouri, from A1 and 2 family to PDR Planned Density Residential Zoning District, contingent upon sidewalks, and amending the city's zoning map accordingly. First reading.
Excellent. Okay, council, at this time, it looks like there's a motion or a request to go in closed session with ordinance RSMO 610021, paragraph 2, real estate. Admitting myself, council, city manager, city attorney, city clerk. Andy Dorian. I think that's it. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion is second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mayor Hart,
Yes.
Councilmember Bowen,
Yes.
McCoy,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Dobson, and Councilmember Veach.
Okay, very good. Any other